you said a while back something about letting life flow naturally, like let it just naturally kind of happen. What does
Yes.
that look like? Like, how would that show up?
Can you say it again?
How would it look if you just let your life flow naturally?
Well, it doesn't look like anything, but just we don't need to resist. Resistance is a superimposition, like when you feel the flow, you need to push. It's just make it more functional. It's like somebody slaps you. Most people, if they get slapped, at the same time they hold something. So it creates some neck. But if somebody slaps you, if you let your head go, nothing happens in your body. The body integrates, no violence. But most people, when they get punched, they resist. So they think that it creates a problem. But actually, it's not a problem if you allow the thing to happen. So in life, generally, because of our fantasy, we're constantly resisting. I mean, the first 2-3 years, if you do martial arts, you learn to absorb punch. So people who don't know to absorb, somebody punches them, they feel the pain. No, there is no pain. Pain is when you resist. When you absorb, there is no pain. Body has incredible capacity of absorbing. But we don't immediately stand for something. Somebody said, you're an imbecile. I said, I'm not an imbecile. What for? People say what they have to say. There's never aggression. The only aggression is a defense. Like if you stretch your legs, and most people, they feel pressure on the leg. No, there's no pressure. The floor don't press your legs. Your legs press the floor. You're pressing. You think, I'm feeling the floor. No, you're feeling your legs. You're feeling the floor. The floor is empty. You feel the floor, there's no floor. The floor is empty. What I'm feeling is a defense. So what do I do then? I listen. I listen what's happening in my in the calf, in the thigh. I listen. What do I do to listen? I inquire. So, what is it? Is it wood? Is it sand? Is it grass? Is it wool? I don't answer. I ask my legs to answer. And the fact I'm asking my legs question, my legs begin to listen. And if my legs, my heel, my calf begin to listen to the floor, you cannot listen and defend at the same time. I stop defending. And if I stop defending, very fast I'm going to see that the floor is empty. There's no hardness. The hardness was not coming from the floor, but the hardness was coming from my reaction in the legs. And the reaction was coming because I don't want to feel the floor and defend myself. No, I must totally give myself to the fact. When we get punched, people refuse. It hurts a lot. If you absorb, the punch is a punch is a punch. It doesn't hurt. The defense is the only aggression. It's very complex because our mind, particularly in Western society, we have learned to defend. Defense is the only aggression. The floor is not hard. What is hard is my reaction. So to challenge my reaction, I accent the contact. So I'm not trying to feel, am I reacting in my hips, in my knees, because I will stimulate the reaction. No, I accent the contact. Heel. So is the floor soft, is it hard, is it humid, is it dry? And just by questioning, my leg is forced to feel. And when the legs feel, they're not defending anymore. And when my leg don't defend, I feel my leg going through the floor. There's no hardness anymore. That's the same in your situation. So, if you don't defend, you feel there's no aggression. Aggression belongs to the defense. You talk to a boxer after a match, you receive maybe 500-600 strikes. You said, did you feel Agressa? No. You don't feel Agressa. Maybe the next day is a bit, yes. But it doesn't feel aggression. Because a punch is a punch is a punch. It doesn't have to be felt as an aggression because of lack of intelligence. Somebody slaps you, you feel you have been aggressed, but what does that mean? There's no aggression as such. Somebody spit on you is not an aggression. Somebody spit on me, maybe I try to not to be attained, but if I'm not attained, I'm not. You said Sally in English. Sally.
Saliva? Saliva.
I don't know.
The liquid.
Sorry?
The liquid from the mouth.
I'm not stained.
Stained.
Maybe my shirt is stained. Maybe I'll change the shirt if I can. But I'm not stained. It's okay. You can. If I spit on my hand and I put the spit here, I'm not feeling. It's not an aggression for me. You spitting and my spitting is the same for me. You cannot aggress me if you spit on me. I aggress myself, maybe with the idea, you should not spit on me. It's terrible to spit on me. Why you spit on me? I deserve to spit on me. You again spit on me. People like you always spit on me, and I can do. This is the aggression I can feel. I will never go again because she spit on me. How could I dare? Yes, that's my problem. But the spitting is the spitting is the spitting. You spit on me, I change my shirt. I don't feel aggressed. If you slap me, it's a slap. I paid 20 years to be every night to be slapped when I was training martial art. I never feel like it's not an aggression. So somebody slap on me is a free training. I said thank you. It's interesting. But it's not an aggression. No, people live in aggression. It's a fantasy. So when you don't resist, that's what you feel.
But Eric, that's different, right? Like, what about when something, so-called bad happens, like an accident or
But
you
it's
lose your job or...
But can you lose a job? Can you avoid it? No, so you accept it. That's very simple. There's a war. What are you going to do? You're going to make war against the war. There's a war, what do you do? You adapt it. That's it. You have no food, what you do? You adapt. You're not going to make a crisis, no food in the wood. You adapt, you do what you can. Life is an adaptation. The resistance is psychological. Like somebody said, French people are stupid. If you think you're French, it's an aggression. But why being French? I have a French passport. Why go live in China with a Chinese passport? I'm not Chinese, I'm not French. I have a French passport. People said French people are stupid. Well, generally I would have a tendency to agree on that. And maybe if I don't, maybe the person who said he's stupid, and if he's stupid, it's genetic, it's not his fault. In no case, it's an aggression. Why it should be an aggression? People are... That's important. You come to a moment, nobody can aggress you. If a crocodile bites your feet, yes, the feet react, but it's not psychological. You don't create a bad crocodile. Crocodile bite people. Good crocodile and bad crocodile. As we said often when we're in India, if a dog bites you, it's not a bad dog, he's going to serve his master, and if a dog licks you, he's not a nice dog, he's going to bite somebody else. Situation make people bite or lick, love or hate, according to their fantasy. So resisting doesn't give you anything but pain. You must accept it. You have a friend who died, what do? You accept it. I'm not going to suffer because my friend died. Why should I suffer? My parent died. Why should I suffer? It is lack of respect for me to suffer. My parent died, my friend died, now I said, I'm so sad I cannot take care of my surrounding. What does that mean? No, you're there to take care of your surrounding. In wartime, you have a friend who died, you said, I cannot fight anymore because I'm so sad my friend died. No, you're in wartime, you fight. People die, that's called life. So it's very important. It must become functional. Listening is ultimate functionality. And according to your own abilities, not everybody can do what other people do. We all have different abilities. But within the realm of my abilities, functionality comes from listening. Not the idea I should be like that. This must really go, no, I am like that. On that moment. tomorrow, another life. But at this very moment, I cannot do more better than that. That's what I do. For people who are better than me, what I do is very weak. For people who are worse than me, what I do is great. But for me, it's not great, it's not weak, it is what I can do. Mm-hmm. It stops there. I don't need to compare myself. We all have different capacities. So it's very important to come to non-psychological life. So the pain can remain, but the physical pain, yes, is there to give me information again. But psychological pain is unneeded. This I must challenge. I must totally challenge all my psychological pain. Not that I should remove them, because if they are there, they're needed. But I must see that very often I carry them out of a fantasy.
So how would I challenge psychological pains? For example, I should be thinner, or I should have a boyfriend, or I shouldn't have a boyfriend, or whatever. So what do you do?
You live with the fact. Do you have a boyfriend? No, so you don't need one. Very simple. If you have one, or you know you need one, you have one. Your body, you accept the way it is. So many times you challenge, but I should not be that. Does that change anything? No. So you accept totally the way you are for now. Tomorrow is a different day. So it is by the intensity of facing the fact that things, if needed, change. Never by wanting to change. Wanting to change the fantasy. It's fantasy has no power. So you must. But I will be interested. The way I eat, the way I function, the way my body works, I must be interested. Just for the sake of it. And maybe from that, and like if I eat, I must feel what I eat. I must look at it, I must smell it, there's all kind of sensuality, and only that sensitivity may eventually change, or not, because we all have some pathology, and the point is not to remove pathology. Maharaj was smoking like a dog, and he was a wise man. He never challenged smoking. If somebody would have said, why are you smoking, he would have not understood the question. So there's nothing which as such is wrong. First, you must inquire what you do, but not in an intellectual way. No, why I do that? Why it's ridiculous? But how I do it, the feeling level. And from that, sometimes something moves, something don't move. It's okay. Tomorrow you die, whether you are slimmer or not, make no difference. Don't create a fantastical time that I must change. I have time. We have no time. We have no time to change. That's why spiritual teaching and these things are really irrelevant, because they always create in time. If I do that in 10 years, in 20 years, come on, we'll be dead maybe tomorrow. And I don't have time to have fantasy in 20 years. If I do yoga in 20 years, shut up. It's totally absurd. Life is now. If I give myself to the fact of life now, tomorrow is included in the now. But if I try to be tomorrow like that, I forget now, and tomorrow will always be tomorrow for me. We must realize the pattern of we function.